Hey everyone, um, a little late to this, but um, it's February 12th today, and well, 2 days ago we actually lost Reggie Cathey. Now, for those that don't know, basically, he's pretty much famous for his role as Freddie Hayes on House of Cards, the network series. He's the guy that on the Rib House, that Frank Underwood liked to go to, and he later became, you know, a groundskeeper in the White House. So that's the role almost everyone knows him for, predominantly. He is also known for being in the Wire and being in Oz, and those are his recent credits. And this was this is one of those very talented character actors that you know we see him a lot in the movies, but they tend to fly under the radar. They're not the A-listers, but they are very important character actors. Something that you know a lot of us, a lot of film buffs actually have a lot of great respect and admiration for, but they are not as well known by the general audience as they should be. And Reg was actually one of the longest character actors that and one of the first ones that I actually remember, because most people are aware of him now, but it's very funny because when I watched the Law and Order episode, I actually recognized it. I was like, "Wait a minute, I know you. You're the dude from Square One." Yes, that's how far back Reg E. Cathey went. He went back to Square One. For those that don't know, Square One was an educational program on PBS that mainly dealt with math. It was a math educational program, and it was freaking amazing. And you normally saw Reg primarily because he was actually the only black character that frequently was on the show, like had repeated appearances. He kind of was the token, and but he was very energetic and very entertaining. Especially, there was one music video I remember that he was a part of, and I remember oh hey, that was a time when I actually wanted to be a mathematician. But those are not his only credits. Reggie Cathey was in he was actually in one of the earlier Capital One commercials with Alec Baldwin, where he played like a bit of a secret agent. Oh, not secret agent, but a super villain. One of those Bond like villains and everything. He's recognized for that, but also he was in quite a few movies that I actually really enjoyed. If you remember the movie The Mask with Jim Carrey, yes, he was the one that called himself the Doctor and everything. If you actually, I just did a review of Clear and Present Danger for Jack Ryan January. He was actually the master sergeant that was doing that testing that Ding Chavez was made himself known and be aware of. He was in there, and he was in a movie that I know I'm probably going to end up talking about next year. But if you guys know the movie Pootie Tang, yes, he was also in Pootie Tang, y'all. Yes, Reggie Cathey in Pootie Tang. If you don't know that movie by now, believe you will know that movie whether you want to or not. And being a being an actor that resided in New York City, in the 90s and early 2000s, he made his way to Law and Order. He was actually in all three Law and Order series. He was basically a homeless witness for the prosecution. He was a professor. The prosecution that was for the Law and Order Mothership. And Criminal Intent, he was a professor. And my favorite appearance from him in the Law and Order universe is actually on Special Victims Unit. My least favorite of the series, mind you, but he played an undercover cop who was trailing someone who was basically dealing in illegal and exotic animals. And he was just such a great talent that basically, it's sad that basically, he's one of those actors that's been around for so many years. And while most actors don't even get a job, he at least got some recognition, and an Emmy Award for his role in House of Cards, about 3 years ago, and it's just such a loss, It's just such a loss. So I'm rambling on and on. It's, Reggie Cathey, you're going to be missed. May you rest in peace.